Loot running, an activity usually reserved for endgame players. It involves looting a series of caves and challenges, primarily to acquire more emeralds, mythics, and other valuable items. In the past, it was actually very hard to start loot running. You needed crafted armor, accessories, and even mythics to get the most out of it. But now it's much better. To get access to loot running, simply go to the Silver Bull Company headquarters near Sinfras. Talk to this guy and you'll get your first rank. Then you'll need to go to one of the loot run camps scattered around the world. Currently there are only 4. One in Corcus, Molten Heights, Sky Islands, and the Silent Expanse. And one last requirement before you start a loot run is to have all caves around the camp completed. If you don't know where to find them, you can look in your quest book. When you start a loot run, you're going to get a choice of different colored beacons. You'll have to go to one of them and beat a challenge. The challenge can be anything, from beating waves of mobs, mini-bosses, to protecting or destroying objects, or just exploring a cave. Every challenge you beat will grant an additional item pool to your final reward, bonus time, and the special effect of the beacon. But it will also make future challenges harder. Then you'll get another beacon choice, and so on until you complete all the challenges or your time runs out. Once you complete a loot run, you'll level up your loot run division. With higher levels, you'll unlock more beacons and lots of cool perks. Now you can claim the reward from the big chest in the loot run camp. The pool of rewards changes every week, so there's always more stuff to get. Not to mention that your first loot run of the day will also give you 5 bonus item pools and 1 reroll. But some of you might notice that there are only 36 slots for the reward. So what happens when you get more than 36 item pools? Don't worry. The items in the reward chest are ordered by priority. The item that will get removed will always be of the lowest quality. This means that you won't lose any actually valuable items. And that was all about the basics. So let's go into some details, starting with... As of now, there's a total of 11 beacons in the game, but you'll only have 3 of them when you start out. The first one you'll probably find is the yellow one. It's quite simple. It will spawn an additional flying chest upon completing a challenge. These flying chests can also be affected by loot bonus and loot quality. The purple beacon is also available from the start. It's a double-edged sword as it adds an additional item pool to the final reward, but also gives enemies a random buff. I suggest taking them at the very end of your run as they are a key part if you want to gain a lot of items. The blue beacon is the final beacon you can get immediately. It gives you a choice between 3 random boons. Boons are buffs that can affect your whole loot run. As mobs get stronger over each challenge, these are very important if you don't want to die in one hit. Next up we have the aqua beacon. This one doubles the effect of the next beacon you choose, quite useful for making combos. The orange beacon is essential for most loot runs. It adds +1 beacon choice for the next 5 challenges. If you pick up multiple of them, they'll stack and you'll get even more beacon choices. The green beacon is on the simpler side. Completing a green beacon challenge will grant you 2 more minutes of bonus time. And mobs will also gain no buffs upon completing this challenge. The dark grey beacon is essentially a more powerful version of the purple beacon, granting 3 item pools but also 3 curses, though it can only be taken once per loot run. The white beacon is a bit rarer to find. It will grant you 5 additional challenges, but like the dark grey beacon, it can only be taken once. Another way you can get more challenges is by picking up red beacons. These ones give you 2 challenges, but they won't give you any time bonus upon completing them. The most rare beacon you can get is the rainbow beacon. It has a very powerful effect, making every beacon in your run vibrant. Vibrant beacons have their effects doubled, and that effect stacks with aqua beacons. If you get a vibrant aqua beacon and then a vibrant yellow beacon, you'd get 6 flying chests. Other than the rainbow beacon, you also get a 5% chance to get vibrant beacons by default when you reach the Assistant Free Division, and another 5 for Admiral. Now, before we talk about the last beacon, I'll tell you about another feature that you'll come in contact with when loot running: missions. Once you complete your 4th loot run challenge, you'll be offered 3 different missions to choose from. When completed, you'll gain a powerful perk for the rest of your loot run. From gaining more reward rerolls, removing curses, gaining more loot, to gaining end reward sacrifices. If you get bad drops, the sacrifices allow you to transfer up to 75% of your item pools to the next run. There are many other missions that you can get, but to gain more of them, you need to take Grey Beacons. They allow you to choose one of 3 missions and can be taken up to 3 times. So now you know every feature that loot running offers. However, if you actually want to profit from loot running, you still need to know some. When you loot run, you have 3 important things to take in account: your build, the beacons you choose, and the missions. As for your gear, you can use your usual combat build.
Hey now, hold up. Only if it's good.
What? How did you get here? Since boons provide pretty much everything you need, a good build usually benefits from things you can't actually get from boons, like major IDs and spell cost reductions. However, it won't hurt if you get a bit more speed so you can travel around the area faster. Now, choosing beacons is a much simpler story. At the start of your loot run, you should aim to get the rainbow beacon as fast as possible. So, go for orange beacons to get more options. Or for blue ones, if there aren't any orange beacons. Once you have 4 to 5 beacon options, you can start rerolling in hopes of getting a rainbow beacon. Once you got it, you should either aim for an aqua white for 30 challenges or for aqua red for 12 challenges. After that, everything will depend on missions. Mission picking is much trickier, but overall, you always want to have at least 1 end reward sacrifice per run. So take Redemption or Ultimate Sacrifice. You also want to have some end reward rerolls, so you can take High Roller or Ultimate Sacrifice again. Alternatively, you can also take Gambling Beast if you have enough time to get at least 5 rerolls. Since you'll get the most amount of pulls from curses, it's also important to pick some missions that make curses easier. Always take Equilibrium whenever you see it. It can make you near invincible for the rest of the loot run. Cleansing Ritual is also good and allows you to gain more challenges easier. And you can also take Inner Peace if you don't have any better options. And the 4th mission slot can be filled with any other mission that you missed. Don't be afraid to experiment, as it seems like new updates might add more missions into the game. And that was it for the strategies and loot running in general. I hope this video helped you learn something new about loot running. Celestial out.